بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد. Critical questions on chapter 9. Great expectations. Money is the root of all evils. How does this match this story? How do you match this with the events of this story? Arthur, the half-brother of Miss Havisham, was jealous of her, so he wanted to get her money. Jealous of غيران من. He also made a plot, عمل مكيدة, plot, مؤامرة, with his friend Compeyson to blackmail her. Blackmail her. They succeeded. So they became criminals for money, for getting money. Number 2, Miss Joe or Mrs. Joe, the sister of Pip, was covetous. كانت طماعة. Why? In fact, they were poor. So this pushed her, ده دفعها. And here she hoped that Miss Havisham would give Pip much of her money. So she sent him to her house. Number 2, the visit of Magwitch to Pip brought Pip mixed news. How was that? It brought Pip mixed news, يعني أخبار متضاربة. Good ones and bad ones. أو good pieces of news and bad pieces of news. The good pieces was that he came back from Australia and decided not to return again. يعني كان مش عايز يرجع أستراليا. Number 2, he would give all his money to Pip. Good news. Number 3, he promised Pip and Herbert to make them great gentlemen. The bad news was that if he was arrested in London, he would be imprisoned. He would be sent to prison again. If the police arrested him, they would punish him by sending him to prison. Even if they found him in the flat of Pip, they would arrest Pip and punish him. Number 3, how did Pip know that Magwitch was followed by the police? Number 1, and the most important point, Wemmick sent him a piece of paper or a note with a boy. This boy met him in the street and gave him this piece of paper. He wrote to him, Wemmick wrote to him, don't get back to your flat this night. He knew from this that he shouldn't return to his flat because of the police. The police watched all people who were nearer to Magwitch to arrest him. What precautions, إيه الاحتياطات did Pip take with Magwitch to make him safe? عشان يجعله آمن. He took him a small house by the river to be away from everyone who knows him. Number 5. How was Provis' life a tragedy? مأساة، يعني كانت حياة بروفيس a tragedy. At first he didn't know where he was born or who his parents were. Number 2. He begged، كان بيتسول، يعني بيشحت. كلمة beg يشحت أو يتسول. beggar شحات متسول. He was a beggar. He became a thief to eat, to find food. He was sent to prison many times. He knew Compeyson. Compeyson was his friend, but he was like a gentleman. At first, they were friends. He stole money to give to Compeyson, but at last, when they were arrested for some crimes, Compeyson said that Magwitch carried out، هو اللي نفذ. carried out هو اللي كان بينفذ all the crimes. The court believed him because appearance controlled the English society. المظهر كان بيحكم the English society at this time. So they gave Compeyson a short time of imprisonment. Imprison يسجن. Imprisonment سجن. But they gave Magwitch a longer period، يعني فترة أطول. So they became enemies. أصبحوا Magwitch and Compeyson became enemies. Then he married Molly. Magwitch married Molly. He had a daughter from her. The daughter was Estella. He was always nervous, so she left the house and left him. She went away. How was Compeyson a treacherous person? Treacherous خائن. In fact, Compeyson was treacherous because he betrayed خان his friend. Betray يخون. He betrayed his friend Magwitch and said that Magwitch did all crimes. هو اللي عمل الجرائم كلها. So he was treacherous. Who were Arthur and Compeyson? What evil did they do? Arthur and Compeyson were friends, but Arthur was the half-brother of Miss Havisham. Compeyson was his friend. They had a plot. كان عندهم يعني مكيدة. A plot مكيدة to blackmail Miss Havisham. blackmail يبتز Miss Havisham، ياخدوا فلوسها. They got much money, much of her money, because she was naive. naive كانت الأول بتتكتب 2 I وبعدين اتحولت إلى نقطتين فوق الآي وبعدين قعدت بتتكتب كده. دلوقتي naive ساذجة. امرأة ساذجة. She gave her fiancé much money and he didn't deserve such a thing. احنا جاوبنا لحد دلوقتي معظم الفصل. Who were the two convicts that Pip met in the marshes? By name or namely بالتحديد, they were Campison and his enemy, or who became an enemy to him, اللي هو he is called Magwitch and Brovis. له الاسمين. Magwitch before he went to Australia. When he went to Australia, he changed his name into Brovis. Pip felt contradictory feelings. كان بيشعر بمشاعر متناقضة. يعني controversial feelings. Controversial تناقضي متناقضة. Controversy معناها تناقض. Controversial متناقض. Towards Magwitch. How was that? Or illustrate اشرح. He felt pity for him. حاسس عليه بالشفقة because he had a tragic life. الراجل ده كان له tragic life. حياة بائسة. And at the same time, he didn't want him to live with him because he was a criminal. Although he was his benefactor. Benefactor علشان نأكد على المعلومة. محسن المحسن إلى Pip. If you were Pip, لو أنت مكانه، لو أنت مكان Pip, what would you do towards Magwitch? I wouldn't do anything different. Different from which Pip did. Perhaps I would be kind to him because he helped me, and a good turn deserves another. Number 2, I would be afraid of him because he was a criminal. I wouldn't like to have a strong relationship with him because he was a criminal and he must have been imprisoned. Thank you.